Hello, kindergartners. So today I decided to read a book for you guys. And it's like a book that we read in class. So our book today is Not For Me, Please. I Choose to Act Green. And the author, so the person who wrote the book, their name is Maria Godsey. And the illustrator is Christopher J. Keltner. Now, who remembers what an illustrator does? What is their job? So their job, they're the ones who color the pictures and create the beautiful drawings that are in our book. So what do you think that our book might be about? Do you think that it's going to be like our book about Max the Little Green Monster? I think so. So let's find out and see. There once was a day when I didn't act green. A time when I thought things would always stay clean. I didn't think twice of the choices I made, the impact they had, or the damage that stayed. My actions were based on the ease brought to me, with never much thought to our air, land, or sea. But my thoughts around this changed in a flash when I noticed the damage caused by our trash. This doesn't look like a very good park, does it? I wouldn't want to go there. It looks dirty. There's a lot of litter and pollution. The sight of it caused a reaction to me, and all I could say was, "Not for me, please." So the boy didn't like what he saw either. I could not continue to live as I did. Surely I could help out because I'm a strong kid. Are you guys strong kids? I think you guys are. You too can help out with this phrase that I found. Just say, "Not for me, please," and stand your own ground. It may take some practice, but I'll show you how and why it's important for us to act now. So the boy decides that, hey, I'm going to make sure that I don't litter and I take care of the earth. Because as we learned, by recycling and reducing and reusing, that's really helpful, and it helps our planet. So it says, let's look at a straw that comes with a shake. Now imagine the trip this straw will soon take. Most often our straws are made out of plastic. And after one use, they're thrown in a basket. From the basket they head to the dump or the sea and become something known as marine debris. So it ends up in the water. That doesn't sound like a good place for a straw, does it? I don't think so. Oh no, look at this. This doesn't look good at all. Our oceans are filled with all sorts of stuff that hurt our sea creatures and make their lives rough. Poor turtles and fish mistake trash for their meal. Imagine the pain that their tummies must feel. Or worse, they get tangled in our careless muck. Around fins, heads, and legs, they're nothing but stuck. That doesn't sound like a good idea at all. I feel bad for our sea creatures, don't you guys too? Okay, let's see what happens next here. This one little straw is not worth the high cost. Why use things that harm or cause a great loss? Here's where I'd say, "Not for me, please," when asked. I don't need a straw that will simply be trashed. We all have a choice. Let's do our small part to refuse to cause harm and decide to act smart. So even though you guys may be kindergartners, you can make good choices too. And you can make good choices, not just at home by listening to your parents or at school when you listen to your teachers, but you can also make good choices about things that you do. Just think through your actions and the cause and effect of waste and pollution and careless neglect. I think I see our recycle, reduce, and reuse. Let's choose to recycle, reduce, and reuse. And with my strong phrase, there's no way we'll lose. Here are some examples to show what I mean and how you can join me and begin to act green. So who remembers what the word recycle means? So recycle, when we see that, kind of like that triangle symbol on soda cans or on milk cartons or on bottles and all sorts of things, that means that the item can be recycled. And that means that we put it in the correct bin, just like we did with that game, and then it can be changed or transformed into something else. So remember that magic show that we went to at school? It was all about recycling as well. So I'm sure you guys remember all about that. And then what do you think the word reduce means? Remember I gave you the example about how I drink a ton of water, and if every day I drank one plastic water bottle, by the end of the week, how many water bottles would I have? If I drank it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I would have 7 water bottles. But if I was like you guys and I used a water bottle from home and just refilled it all the time, I would only still have that one water bottle because I reused it all the time. And let's see, what was our other word? We had reduce, we had recycle, and we had reuse. So your windmills were perfect examples of how we could reuse something. And it was also even our other fun word that we learned, which was rethink, which was thinking about how we could take something and maybe even use it for something completely different. And I'm going to show you something that I did with it too. Okay, so let's see what's going to happen. These are the bins, just like we did. Do you see all this trash scattered around? Why would anyone throw their stuff on the ground? Not for me, please, is what I choose to say, and pick up the litter to throw it away. I chose to be mindful and sort through my trash, recycling things like plastic or glass. These can be turned into something brand new, like clothing, park benches, or even a shoe. How cool is that? Look at these lights that someone left on in the room that is empty with everyone gone. Oh no, it's kind of like Max the Little Green Monster. The same for computer games and TV. Why keep these things on for no one to see? That's just silly. Not for me, please. I use what I need and power things off whenever I leave. I know that it's easy for one to forget, but do it enough and a habit you'll set. So if you do something over and over and over and over again, it becomes a habit. So it's something that you almost automatically do. Do you see this faucet and the water that flows? How much has been wasted? It's so hard to know. Just running the water when it's not in use is careless and wasteful. There's just no excuse. Not for me, please. I avoid wasteful drips while brushing or cleaning my small fingertips. We're lucky to have clean water to drink, not the kind that is harmful, dirty, or stinks. So we need to make sure that we don't just keep the water running and running and running and running and running, because that's not good. Okay. Our world is connected with resources shared. We all must pitch in and give nature our care. Let's pass on these things that don't make much sense to benefit us at our planet's expense. The options are endless. If you make the right choice, think the 3 R's and use your strong voice. So how will you choose next time when you're out? Will you think differently and take a new route? You are free to borrow my little phrase and say, "Not for me, please," in all of your days. So that was the end of our story. Now, in the story, it said about straws, plastic straws, and about how you use them once, and a lot of times we don't think about recycling them. Well, I did this last year with the 3rd graders, but I think you might be able to do this too. So you can try this if you have spare time. We made a maze with straws, and these were all straws that were recycled and they were washed and cleaned, so don't worry, no germs, because remember, we don't spread germs, and that's why we make sure we wash our hands for 20 seconds at least. All right, okay, so this is a straw maze, and I know you are looking at me going, what on earth is that? So we took straws that normally would be thrown away, and they were cleaned, and once they were dried, we cut them into different shapes and then taped them to a paper plate like this with a rim. And I have a marble, and if I place the marble in the plate, now it's almost a maze that I have to figure out how. I'll move my light so you can see a little better there. How the marble is going to get out. Actually, I think the light may have helped. Here, I'll put it back up. So, and then we kind of have to maneuver it and shake it around like this. So that's one thing that you could actually do and recycle and reuse. So that's how we've decided to recycle our straws by, instead of just putting them in the recycling bin, we decided to reuse them somehow. So that's a cool activity that if you have time, you could try to do. So I miss all of you guys, and I hope that you're having a great day, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.